If you're thinking of making a move to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Old Tuxedo has caught your attention, this I cannot blame you, because this is one of the most exclusive and most beautiful and most walkable neighborhoods, I believe, in all of Winnipeg. My name is Joe Friesen, and I've lived in Southeast Manitoba for upwards of 25 years now, and I love helping families just like yours make a smooth move to Winnipeg and the surrounding suburbs right here in Manitoba. Today we're going to explore a little bit of what Old Tuxedo has to offer and how amazing this area is, and I think you can just see from around me how freaking spectacular it is and how cool it is. So let's jump into it and give you a little walking tour of what it would be like living in Old Tuxedo, and some of the things you might not know about Old Tuxedo, and some of the things that might make you be like, holy crap, I need to live in Old Tuxedo right now. Now we can start off with saying that Old Tuxedo started out as a town on its own in the early 1900s. It was a town by itself, and there was absolutely no businesses allowed, so there was no Starbucks around the corner like there is now, and it was based after, or was named after, Tuxedo Park in New York. So the idea was to be extremely exclusive, just like that area was, and not only did they do that, they actually named it right after it. So creativity, absolutely. And then back in 1972, I believe it was, is when it amalgamated part of the city. So instead of Tuxedo being a town on its own, now it was part of Winnipeg and it became part of the city, and it's just a fun area for everybody to be in, right? So let's talk about how Tuxedo, especially Old Tuxedo, is so different from other neighborhoods in Winnipeg. I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It is super peaceful, it is super quiet, and it doesn't feel like you're actually in the city. You feel like you're completely secluded from the world and you're at a very peaceful area, but you are still within city limits. So that part is cool, and you are no more than 2 to 5 minutes away from a Starbucks if you need it. So there's definitely a huge sense of peace that you get here, and you will see people all over the place riding their bikes, walking their dogs, and just going for walks with their friends. I mean, that big part of that might have to do with the fact that Assiniboine Park is in fact just a few steps away from here. It's not even a few minutes away. It's literally down the street that I'm looking at right now. So if you look at that street, you head on that way and you're right at the Assiniboine Park, so which is really cool, and it just gives you even more sense of country living within the city. So if that's something you're looking for, this is definitely something that's a huge bonus for that. I mean, there's downside to that is because the price tag comes with it too. So just like I was talking about, the Assiniboine Park is right down there, so it gives you a very good idea of how close you actually are to the forest, actually, because the Assiniboine Park right beside is the Assiniboine Forest, which you're gonna have a ton of trails and stuff like that to go through, and you can just go enjoy life and enjoy nature. So in a very short few words, I would say Old Tuxedo mixed in with the Assiniboine Park and everything, they did an extremely good job of mixing the two together, right? You have nature and you have exquisite living. Now for homes around here, you're gonna see a lot of modern homes. You're gonna find a lot of older homes that have been completely redone and finished, and they look spectacular. You're gonna have a lot of homes that are gonna have timber frame exposure. It's not just your typical home. You're gonna have homes with wood facade, and you're gonna have the concrete facade and everything. It's just gonna look so freaking amazing. Old Tuxedo especially, one of the nicest areas you're ever gonna find within city limits, at least. And if it hasn't been a dead giveaway yet, lots here are significantly bigger. You'll find lots and yards that have at least 70 to 100 feet of road frontage. Many of your building lots here are gonna have 70 feet, some even up to 100 feet wide. It's just huge. You have big lots, and on top of that, it's extremely private. So have those two mixed together is very phenomenal and very nice to have, right? So living in Old Tuxedo is definitely not going to be an area where you're going to be buying first time home, because I mean, the homes here are spectacular. You have a very good mixture of homes that are like old school homes that have just been totally modernized and have become just one of the most exclusive homes that you will see in the city here. A lot of the backyards are fenced in. You're gonna have these beautiful backyards, and to top that off, it's very popular around here to have complete or beautiful in-ground pools, which isn't all that popular in areas where we have winter 9 months out of the year. That's not a negative necessarily. I'm kidding, it's not that bad. It's only 8 months. Anyway, so you have tons of homes around here that are gonna have in-ground pools. I mean, it's just kind of what you expect when you're in a neighborhood of this level, right? You're in a totally different tax bracket when you live in a home like this and you live in an area like this. It's just fantastic. Who doesn't love an in-ground pool? And honestly, in my opinion, you definitely have a win, and you've got it made if you have an in-ground pool at your house. So something I'm personally working towards. Are you working towards that? Would you love to have an in-ground pool in your backyard? Drop a comment. Let me know if that's something you would work towards. I know for sure that there's one home in this area that actually has its own tennis court as well. Then I think you really have it made. There's a squirrel right there. Look at that guy just eating them nuts. I mean, it's fall. It is looking beautiful out here. And did we mention the beauty of these streets? I think I've mentioned it like 47 times, and I don't think I can get enough of it. So when you live in a neighborhood like this, it is not typical for you to do your own lawn care. It's actually, most of these people are going to have professional lawn care people to come by and take care of the home and the lawn care and everything like that. So definitely more of a bougie area in the city. So definitely something to be considered of. The thing is, living in a neighborhood like this, in my opinion, you have got it made, because you can live in a home like the one that is behind me, which we both know, me and you, we know that homes like this, they're not your typical 500, 600, even $1 million homes. In this area, you're going to be looking at homes anywhere from, you can find them at 600,000, but you're going to find a real big time fixer upper. In an area like this, you're going to be spending around 2, 3, 4, in some cases even $5 million, and you're going to be living in more than just a home. You're going to be living in a spectacular place. This is a totally different lifestyle than just your typical home that you're going to buy for $600,000-$700,000 in a town like, let's say, Steinbach, or even different parts of Winnipeg, like Transcona or areas like that. You're in a totally different tax bracket here. What kind of an area, or what kind of people live in this area would be definitely business owners. Definitely going to see a few Winnipeg Jets players living in here. Abso-freaking-lutely. And but not only that, it's just exclusive, right? You have an area that is just so spectacular, and the houses are just so amazing. And if this is a place for a family, 100%. This is a great place for you to raise your family, because not only is it just amazing, the Assiniboine Park, short ways down that way, and you have the Leaf and everything there as well. One of the things that I'm loving about this area, and I'm just walking down here and we're just kind of showing you what I'm seeing and what you can expect from living in an area like this is, first of all, there's no hydro lines above us. You can see there's no utility lines. It's all underground. It's nice and clean. You don't have to worry about a bunch of hydro poles, because I just realized Manitoba hydro poles are utility poles. Therefore, your electrical lines. So I know that isn't maybe the most popular saying in the world, but that's how we say it here. One of my favorite parts about Tuxedo is definitely how old has been made new. I love how, and you can even just tell by the house behind me, that homes like that, they haven't lost their character, and they are just so beyond spectacular. This was one of those areas and streets and everything where you want to just take a walk and you just enjoy it, because the beauty is so next level here, and the homes here are just on another level, and the real estate itself, like I said, if you have a budget well in the millions, and Winnipeg is definitely one of those areas that you would love to see yourself living in, this is going to be an area where you'd want to take consideration to. Even homes that have like the mid-century feel to it, not only have they been kind of restored, like they've kept the history in it and they've kept it alive. And the streets are winding. I mean, the one I'm walking down now is actually pretty straight, but a lot of the streets are winding. They keep it nice and slow, keeps the traffic from going wicked speeds down here. And you'll see tons and tons of Lexuses and Porsche and Mercedes, tons of Mercedes. This is the kind of neighborhood where you're gonna, like I said, you are in a different tax bracket if you're in an area like this. You're not in your typical, like you would be in areas such as even different parts of Tuxedo. So there are other parts of Tuxedo that may be a little bit less money than Old Tuxedo, but Old Tuxedo definitely is the one that has the most amount of character and the easiest access to the Assiniboine Forest and the Assiniboine Park. And right over there on the other side of the street is the Assiniboine River. So, and there's actually trails running right along it. The question is, could you see yourself living in an area like this where beauty is so next level and the homes are so spectacular, and it's a totally different lifestyle and feel, where you have a good mixture of young families and you have a good mixture of elderly, and you have generational over generational wealth building here just by having this kind of real estate? Could you see yourself living here? Drop a comment. Again, my name is Joe Friesen, and me and my team, we love helping people just like you make a smooth move to Winnipeg and the surrounding neighborhoods and the surrounding towns. All our contact information is in the description below, and if you want to know everything there is to know about Winnipeg and the surrounding towns and neighborhoods and suburbs and all that good stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, ciao.